I'll train right to spin fire. The NFT and others diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From Memecoins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web freezers and trees show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the
Mega GMs. Good morning, boys and girls. We do have one female viewer sometimes. Murray GMs, bro. Yo, we're live. I'm gonna go really quick through some stuff because we have a really, really big fucking token launching right this second, and I think we need to be trading it like right this second too. Talking about the VIRGEN coin launching over on the Virtuals ecosystem. That one I think went under the radar for it went under the radar. I don't think people are realizing maybe what the potential is there. I'm going to show you what I think the potential is, and we're going to start guessing around what we might see in that token. But I'm telling you, man, that one with what's happening in crypto today, I'm talking Bitcoin all-time high. Yeah, we might have a certifiable fucking cook in the Virtuals ecosystem, and really the birth of the first meme coin in Virtuals. So, man, spicy stuff for everybody here this morning. Anyway, we're live on Abstract. We're live on X. And we're live on YouTube. Smash the like wherever you're watching. But why am I off center? What the fuck am I doing this morning? Hang on. Let me fix that. There we go. I think that's a little better, man. Better. Anyway. Good Lord. All right. What's up, Christian Jensen? Good to see you, man. Anyway, smash the like. Come over to YouTube. Come over here. Subscribe. Catch these shows. Because, guys, especially because the Virtuals ecosystem. Look, everybody here, I know you guys. You're fucking gangsters at trading and collecting on, NFT side collecting and stuff, right? And trading and right, you guys got it. You do. And so it's great for us to be able to chat and talk through current events, all that. I love it. But, dude, there's just nothing more important in this space right now. No better opportunity in this space than what's going on in that Virtuals ecosystem. And that's the thing you cannot miss. And if you don't want to miss it, guys, you watch this show here. You subscribe to Crypto Slam here because we're getting those teams right on this show talking about their big token launches. Had the babysitter team come on yesterday. I'm telling you, I think that's going to be it'll be one of the biggest launches on Virtuals. But let's just say token price aside, I think that is one of the best, if not the best product to launch on Virtuals yet. Now, that comes in 30 days. But check out that episode yesterday and find out why I'm so bullish on it. I'm talking security for AI agents. It matters a lot. I think everybody here has been wrecked at some point by signing a bad transaction. Man, you better believe these AI agents are going to do the same thing, and people are going to go manipulate them to sign bad transactions. That babysitter agent, I think, is really important. And what was cool is it's more than a single agent. It's an ecosystem of agents that are in a swarm and each have their specialty, and they're going to be keeping this AI ecosystem safe. I really like those guys, and I really like that. I like that agent they're dropping, and of course, I got a token with it. Real quick, you can follow me on X at Hudah_idiot. Follow us at CryptoSlam.io. So much cooking, so much coming very soon. Virtuals ACP. I wish I could tell you when that's coming. I can just tell you it is soon. It's really fucking soon. Stay plugged in here. Follow us at SlamAI_XYZ. And then, of course, our agent that is living in the Virtuals ACP in the Autonomous Hedge Fund Trading DAO with Axelrod, with AIXBT, with Gigabrain, and a few others, guys. That's the squad. So make sure you follow the Swarm_AI. Has a token. Look, we talk about this often enough. I'll probably mention it at points today as we talk about points in Virtuals, and we're going to jump right to that. I think Swarm's a really great opportunity, man. Agent with a low market cap that you can stake and get those Virtuals Virgin points, and you need those points to get in the pre-sale. I don't know if you can do much better. E-Rock, good morning, man. Hang on, let me throw the chat up on the screen. I love that new feature. Now we're going to talk Bitcoin all-time high. We're going to go look at the NFT market. We'll check out prices, all that. But right away, we're jumping over to Virtuals, and I want to take a look at the token that launched this morning. And I wrote a little thread on it because I do think this agent and this token might really fucking cook, really cook. And so when it goes live, hang on, I might be trading this live as it goes live. I might be. God, dude, they just dropped some more points here. Hang on, let me check my wall. I got more points. I would have committed all of it to this launch right here. Darn. I went all in. I put all my points in the Virgin launch this morning. Okay, their site's getting hammered. It's a good sign. Okay, let me set the stage here. The token I'm talking about, it's called VIRGEN, and it comes from the Vader research team. You guys know Vader. Vader is who we launched our token through. We will launch our swarm through Vader. The Genesis launchpad here and the tokenomics, it comes from Vader. This is their system now brought to virtuals. They're taking over that pre-sale process. It's live now, I think. This just launched. This just went live. I don't think it's tradable yet, so we're going to keep refreshing this. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you what this is and again why it matters so much. Virtuals. You know it is the agent launchpad, right? People have great AI products. They're releasing them right here on the Virtuals launchpad. You know what we didn't have yet? We didn't have a pure meme coin. And for a couple weeks, we've been saying, watch out. Watch out for this, because when Virtual starts catching on, which it is, and everybody keeps launching more and more and more agents, and a lot of them are going to do the same things, well, you always want to find what's different, what's unlike everything else out there. And I realized what's different is something that doesn't claim to be an agent. It's not an agent. It's purely a meme coin. There is no purpose for it other than existing. And what I was watching for is something that actually is a points farm, right? A meme coin that comes out and it's built with mechanics to help you earn points. Q Virgin. So the Virgin token shows up here on the launchpad, and I'm looking at it, and I think no big deal, and team's completely anonymous, have no idea who it is, know nothing about it. But then it comes out it is from the Vader team, who, man, if you don't know them, they look, early crypto agent project. They've gone through a couple phases, a couple iterations. Wow, they got a ton of participants. A couple iterations and phases of what they are, what their product is. But what they've maintained throughout this past 6 months or so is mindshare. Great at tweeting, great at getting attention, great at staying in the conversation. And it turned out they are the team behind the Virgin token here. Right off the bat, that's probably enough for me to go all in on a token like this. Again, I did go all in. That's probably enough for me to go all in with something like this. But when I started connecting other little pieces of this puzzle and realizing what's the opportunity here, okay, this is live, so I'm going to claim my tokens. Dude, I am watching this, and I'm going to be trading this, I think, right away. Right away. Okay, hang on. And like, forgive me, because as I do this, I'm going to be trading. We're sitting at a 2 mil. Yeah, I'm going to be buying this at 2 mil. Let me see what I'm going to do here. We're going to have a bunch of dumpers here out of the gate. Guys, you earn... Yeah, hang on. Let me buy real quick. And I'm not going crazy on this, by the way. At all. But hang on. I want to get a buy in here. And this might be way too high to be buying. I don't know. But, okay. Yeah, I'm a buyer here. Okay. As I'm doing this, let me explain what my thought process is and what I'm doing. Come on, go through. All right. Fuck. Gotta just, probably got to put that slippage up. Anybody else trying to swap for this right now, too? I probably got to go 10% or so. God, I wish I could multitask and explain as I'm doing this here. What's interesting... Nope. Again, no luck. Okay. Damn. I am going to explain. I'm going to explain what the game is. Sui was brutal. Unsuccessful. Yeah, I think I got to go. I think I got to bump that slippage up. Here's the deal. You're buying these coins, right? And you're playing points. You're playing the points game often, right? Let me bump this up a little bit. Let's go like 10%. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Damn, dude, this is crazy. Okay. Try again. I'm trying to think of how to even set this up as I'm doing it to make it make sense, like what exactly the play is here. I just want to get a transaction through. Nope, still no luck. All right. I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna try to multitask and explain. Yeah, it's pretty crazy right here. Again, I'm not going hard at this. Okay. This token has no lockup period, which means, guys, you're not going to earn any virtuals points from staking this token. You're not going to earn any points. There we go. Got in. At a 2.3, let's say 2.4 mil market cap. You cannot earn points from this token from staking. Can't. You do earn points on this token from buying in the Genesis sale, which I did before. That's not what you're looking at here. This is not the Genesis sale right here. So you did earn points if you got in the pre-sale. But if you got in the pre-sale, guys, no penalty for selling. You're not going to be put on points cooldown, which is a big bonus for people, right? The fact that you can now trade this coin and not take a hit. But what's the point of trading the token, right? If you can't earn points, if you can't do anything with it, what's the point? Well, guys, it's from Vader, who gets that mind share, who's very well connected to the Virtuals team, who created a meme that is basically the meme of the Virtuals ecosystem, Virgin. It's what you call the traders in this ecosystem. You're called Virgins. So you got a meme coin that is like at the core of this Virtuals kind of craze that's going on here from a team who's respected and building. And again, that close partnership with Virtuals. It's got all those ingredients. Now, here's where it gets really fucking spicy to me. This is why I'm bidding here at 2 mil. Here's where it gets spicy to me. Meme coin price goes up when you tweet about it, right? And by the way, I think everybody's going to be dumping. This should probably pull back to even a mil. I'm probably going to cool it for a minute. Meme coin price goes up when you tweet about it, right? It's just kind of how it works. It's mind share. It's attention. So you got a lot of people, what was it, 5,000 people who bought into this pre-sale who've got a big-time incentive to talk about this thing. They want their bags to go up. Dumpers are going to get out here. Let them make that money. A lot of these guys, well, everybody in the pre-sale, you got in at 200K, meaning you've got a 10X in this coin already, an 11X in this coin from where you bought in. Everybody who got in is up 11X. You got guys who put in $300-400. They're up to, man, these guys are printing. These guys are printing. Yeah, people are making thousands on this drop right now. Okay, those guys taking profits. But here's the thing again. The people who are holding, you're going to be tweeting about this to get price go up. You're also tweeting about this to earn those yaps, to earn the points. So I don't want to say points, but on the Cato Yaps platform, people are farming virtuals points by tweeting about the agents and tokens launching over here. So you got a double incentive. Tweeting about this token for your bags to go up and tweeting about this token to earn points. That's the best way to earn points, by the way, is tweeting. Just tweet and tweet and tweet about virtuals. And you guys, I got my first drop of yapping points. It was the most I've gotten in virtuals, period. Since I started doing virtual stuff, most points I ever got on this platform is what I just got today for yapping. Again, double incentive. Tweeting to get the price to go up and tweeting to earn those points. Then let's see if Vader's actually got some content cooked up for the meme coin. It's the perfect meme for this ecosystem. It is. It is the one. And if Vader tweets about it, and if the Virtuals team decides to give this a little push, right? If they happen to think the meme is good for the ecosystem, which I imagine they do, guys. I imagine they're pretty darn happy having a meme coin that's so like fitting for this whole thing that's going on. Man, I think this is maybe a big time fucking play here. I'm talking 5 mil market cap, I think should be pretty easy. I think a 10 mil market cap is possible. I think a 20, 30 mil market cap shouldn't be ruled out, right? Sure, the top agents get to 20, 25 mil, right? The Virtuals Genesis agents, top one we've seen is Axelrod got to like 22, 23 mil. Is that the top that we see for a meme coin? I'm not so sure. I think there's a lot of people who see like a pretty good opportunity here playing a meme coin as opposed to the agent coins, because the agent coins, again, you're worrying about being put in timeout for selling. None of that applies here. This is a pure memetic play. The end. That's it. Tweet about it. Have fun with it. Watch your bag go up and earn points on it. This is a really, really fucking interesting play. I wonder, too, if a lot of the guys who bought in at 200K and the guys who bought big allocations, man, I wonder if some of those guys aren't selling now because they see the potential here, too. Why sell for that 10X when if this goes to 20 mil, they're looking at a what, 100X? Some of these guys are going to print, I'm telling you, some of these guys are probably going to print 6 figures on this token here. I think this has that kind of potential. I'm buying more. I'm talking myself right into it too. Who got in the pre-sale? Who's looking at this token, buying it at this point, buying it on the DEX? All right, let me see. I do want more. I think this is probably an, I hate saying it's easy. This is not financial advice, but I see an easy path to a 2X here, like a pretty easy 2X. Beyond that, I think the sky's the limit with a meme coin, guys. I do. Still expecting guys to dump that got in the pre-sale. It just would make total sense, right? Why wouldn't they take 10X profits? I might have to bump. Yeah, I might have to put slippage up again, but I would be watching this. I would be watching this coin right here. Okay, did we get it? There we go. Okay, so we got 10 more virtual worth. Look, it's not a ton. Not a ton. Oh, shit. Nope, didn't get it. By the way, how much do I have right now? I've got my pre-sale allocation, which was, we'll check how much that was. I mean, dude, come on. I believe, hang on. I put in 1 or 2 virtual in the pre-sale. I believe that's turned to what? 10 to 15? I think 10 to 15 virtual. So I've got a 10X in here. On top of what I just bought. And I'm trying to remember what I just bought here. Dude, Boop is so fucked. Boop is so fucked. All right, let me get a little more of this bag in. I'm going to move on here. And I'm sorry, I don't normally like trade live. I don't think that's like the funnest thing unless everybody's like getting in a thing. But with that said, I think this one's got so much freaking potential. I'm going to bump this back up to 10. And actually, maybe I wait for another pullback here. Because I do think some of these guys are taking, they just have to take some profits here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of okay right here. Let's see if we get a little pullback right here. But at some point, I think this rips right back to 3 mil. This only touched what at the top? 3.7. This has got a lot of room to cook. It really does. Nobody's playing that though, huh? Rocky, good morning, man. It's great to see you over on Abstract. Nobody touching Virgin yet? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger here. Again, I expect some of those guys that are in big profits right now to take it. But come on, let's get that. Come on. Dude, it's so... I'm going to pull this up on Deck Screener soon, and I just want to see the volume we're looking at here. Nope, unsuccessful. Crazy. We're at 10. You know what? I don't think I'm updating that. Hang on. Let's go. No, you know what? I'm going to keep it there. If you believe, dude, I need to learn how to do that. Moonship. I really need to learn how to LP something. I do. That's a big piece of the game out there that people take advantage of there we go. Damn. I'll tell you what, I'm not super confident in this. I've got enough confidence that, you know what it is? This is a pure gamble for me. I see the scenario where this plays out and this does something silly. I'm not sure it happens. I think it's kind of 50-50. I think 50-50. To me, if it plays out, it would just make sense that it plays out, right? There we go. Okay. All right, we're in. I got my position. If this works the way it could work, it'll make perfect sense. If it doesn't catch on, if maybe people don't like the virtual team, if there's anything like that, would make sense to me too, right? It just would. Let me see my history here now. I just want to see how much um I want to see how much I just spent total. I think I had 40 virtual. I think my wallet was 40 virtual. Um and right now I'm at 57. Let me double check here. Yeah, let me double check how much virtual I bought. I think I had no, maybe it was more than that. I think it was 40. Moonship, maybe you can give me a tutorial sometime. I would love to learn. I'm going to say I had 40 virtual. One virtual put in the pre-sale. Again, I'm going to look at those numbers, but the one virtual I put in at the pre-sale is a, let's say, 5, 10, a 15x. So that one turned to 15. The other 40 I put in ish, let's say 40, is even. I like that. I like that. Still expect these guys to dump. But let me talk about again what's up further on. Yeah. I'll get to that quickly, Erock. Appreciate you, man. It's always tricky when there's a launch right when the show is live. And it's also one I think matters that I think people want to hear about and probably want to trade. Again, this one is definitely one I think people are gonna want to pay attention to. Just it has that kind of upside. Okay. Let me think if there's anything else here I want to show. I do want to look at the I guess what I committed to it, just so people again get that if you're not playing, especially, so you see what happens here, how it works. Genesis launches. Okay, this is only the second one I've played, Roast, and then Virgin here. So what did I do? I committed 1.19 virtual. So again, basically one virtual I put in, which is what, $1.50, something like that. We're not talking big dollars here, by the way, but I'm just gonna say what, $1.50, and we 10-15x'd it. Again, little dollar amounts, but it's a way to get in here and get in the game and start understanding the system with no downside on these launches, like none. And I'm going to earn points because it was a Genesis pre-sale, right? So I'm going to get points for doing it. I'm not going to get points for staking it. Points are basically over for this coin for me, except if I tweet about it. And I am going to tweet about it, and I'm going to earn a bunch of points on it just from doing that. Yeah, I wonder what happened where these points came from. I'm not really sure how that worked. Right now I'm staking Swarm, and I'm staking Vader, and I'm staking that Bernie. Let's actually check. I'll show you what I'm staking. And I don't have much of any of it. And I should stake my virtual. Staking Swarm here, staking the Roast token, and that's it. But what I'm trying to do now is get points, more points, so I can get into the next launch. I want the hot launches, and I want to grow my bags that way. That's my game plan. So just looking to get in, get the exposure, and start scaling it. And that's coming. I can tell that's coming for me really, really soon. This one's interesting. Yeah, points. I have not tweeted much. I'm making a commitment to start doing that much more, dude. Much more. I'm going to be tweeting a lot more because I have to. Look at that. I mean, I think this coin is going to play out. I do. I really do think this is going to be I really do think this is going to play out. So at this point, we've turned 41 virtual into 60. I think we're going to double, maybe triple. I did not see the Shiba news. But further on, I've got total like 250 yaps. You know, like I don't do much over there. And I'm going to start. I'm absolutely going to start. Anyway, there's the thread on Virgin, why I think it matters. It's worth peeking at, man. It really is. By the way, People are going to be farming the cookie platform too for points over there. Snaps, they call them. If you need an invite, let me know. But here it is again. Pure meme coin, no staking. I messed that up. No penalty for selling. You earn points for getting in the launch. Over 5,000 people tweeting about their bags, tweeting about their profits, tweeting whatever they can about this thing because they want to see, price go up, but they want to farm points. That's simple. It is. Look, Vader's not even tweeting about this yet, and they're not even tweeting about it yet. When they do, dude, mind share stuff, it is going to go up. I like it. What's up, Panic? Good morning. Hoods, what do you mean by they're fully bought up? Yeah, when Vader starts talking, I think game on then. Again, what's the potential on that? 5-10 mil, something like that? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's get into our fun stuff. Let's get into crypto. Let's get to NFTs. There's cool shit going on everywhere, especially today being Bitcoin Pizza Day. It's got to be like one of my favorite days of the year. I'm sure you guys too, right? Anniversary of what's his name? Lazio and whatever. This is like lore. This is like Bitcoin lore. Guy bought 2 Papa John pizzas, I believe. Yeah, Papa John pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, worth over $1 billion today. Back then, what was it? $20? And the story's history now. It's fucking awesome. It's a great story. And hey, do we have a repeat of that story with Steak and Shake? Now accepting Bitcoin? Maybe. I don't think that extreme, but we'll get some stories about that down the road. But dude, happy freaking Bitcoin Pizza Day to you guys, and NFT Cutie maybe especially. Cutie, I think part of the Pizza DAO. I gotta try to remember exactly his involvement there. This guy's fucking awesome, by the way. Boom. Oh no, tweets deleted. Yeah. I mean, like, there's like get-togethers today. There's like Bitcoiners hanging out, getting together, doing the pizza party thing. By the way, I was at my daughter's 8th grade graduation on Tuesday, and I was watching my phone and looking at Bitcoin, and I see price getting, going up. I think we hit 108 or something like that. And I turned to my wife. I'm like, Bitcoin's 2% away from all-time high. And I see the guy next to me, like, look over. He heard me, and he looks down at my phone, and then I see him pull out his phone, and he goes to some wallet. I don't know what it was, but he starts looking through his crypto. I almost made a friend. I didn't want to make things weird and let him know I was just looking at his phone. I almost got super fucking weird. I wish I did. You have to get a pizza today. It's just a must. I told my wife too. I don't even think I told her no matter what, we have to get a pizza today. It's very, very fucking important. Also, I had a fucking phenomenal pizza last week. Actually, Sunday. Went down to Chicago. There's a spot between where I live in Chicago. Dave Portnoy went there, and he said it's like the best deep dish he's ever had. He gave it like an 8.5 or something like that, maybe an 8.3. Dude, fucking phenomenal. It's like Uncle Jerry's pizza or something. It was something like, dude, it's so good. Crazy. What's up, Maverick? Good morning, man. Okay, here we go. On May 19th, the SHIB burn rate spiked to 17,900% with 49 million tokens removed from circulation. One of the biggest burns recently. Total burn supply nears 410 trillion. That's a lot, man. I don't know their tokenomics well, but yeah. Oh, dude, the virtual stuff is awesome. I'm in it. I'm smitten. I fucking love it. It's the best opportunity out there right now. It is. Look, meme coins, you're going to do great. I get it. You're going to do great focusing on memes for sure. Look at this, dude. We're turning like, what are we at here? This coin can get to 10, man. It can. And it could go higher. We're at 3.3 now. All right. I got to tip my buddies off here. I'm telling my buddies, I'm like, this is one to keep an eye on. Okay. I'm letting my friends know. I'm not selling this, man. No. I'm letting my buddies know, like, keep an eye. I think this has got it. I think it's an easy 3x. I think 10 mil should be pretty easy for this token. Look at this. This looks great. I think 10 mil should be easy. Remember, you got a lot of guys who are going to be dumping. Man. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. I'll tell you what, we can look over virtuals. This coin is gonna go to 10. It's the fucking perfect meme for this ecosystem. Let's go look. Let's look at how people are tweeting about it. By the way, Good Vibes Club ripping. I'm getting big old offers on my hoodie. GVC is going to absolutely fucking cook here. Here, let's go latest. It matters if people are talking about it and getting these points, and they're going to. Guys, remember, the incentive is here. The incentive is here for people to tweet about it. Tweet your wins, tweet why you think the meme matters, tweet all this, everything, because you get points. Points get you in the next sales. It's such an obvious little cycle they got here. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. As far as what's coming up on virtuals that I'm targeting next, I'm telling you, definitely Babysitter. It's definitely Babysitter. That's in 30 days, though. So I'm trying to form my game plan around playing that in 30 days. Nancy's going to do well. And Nancy actually opens up in 22 minutes. Nancy's going to do really well. It's a copy trading agent. It's like based on Nancy Pelosi, so it's like super memeable. Nancy's going to be great. So definitely watch Nancy. RoboStack is interesting too. I'm going to dive into that during today's Swarm report, but in the world of robotics, yeah. Now, there's another one here I think is maybe a must play as well. It's Bookie AI, which will be in a virtuals ACP Swarm with Tracy AI, which has got Tristan Thompson, I believe, that's part of that agent. That agent's been shown at during the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's like a reporting agent for sports. And then the fucking amazing Billy Betts agent is in that swarm too. So this Bookie agent is going to be in a swarm with those two making sports bets. This is a must watch too. I think this is maybe a must play, and that's in 4 or 5 days. So definitely that one. And then Babysitter. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get some new ones peppered in here too, and probably some that are very hot. And I think, just a gut feeling, I have a feeling that before Babysitter opens up, I have a feeling that Solana is going to go live, as in agent or virtual launches that take place on Solana. I think that's going to happen between now and 30 days. So I think that this could really cook. All of it could really cook just because of that. Again, expect to see people taking some very serious profits here. Some guys are going to be up big. We can see who got big allocations, but just keep in mind they're up. These guys are like up 15% or more. Not 15%. I'm sorry, 15x or more. We're at 4 mil market cap now. 4 mil. That puts those guys up at 20x. You got another pre-sale, you're up 20x. And there's no reason those guys aren't aiming for 10 mil, 20 mil. Again, 20 mil puts them at a 100x. And again, the stories on the timeline. People are going to be tweeting about this, getting them points. And then you get people from outside virtuals, guys who don't play the agents, guys who play meme coins. All of a sudden, you get them in. Okay, if this gets to 20 mil and we still see energy, we could start speculating away at, can it hit 20 mil? Excuse me, 25 mil. Can it hit 30? Can it hit 40? 50? We can start playing that game at some point with this too. Remember, base has a closeness to the virtuals ecosystem too. This got a lot of really key ingredients. It does. So we've doubled our bag. We've doubled our bag entirely at this point, more than doubled. And to tell you what, to get in this pre-sale, for me, I put 1,000, 2,000 points. And I spent one virtual. That one virtual, again, 15, 16, something, hang on. 5, 10. That one virtual has turned to 20 virtual. Right? This is how you get in the game. This is how you get in. No, I think it's incredibly early still. No, and it's both. You play cookie and you play virtuals at the same time. No. It's because if you understand like the loop here with virtuals, you get why it's not too early, because I'll say this, it's free to get in, and it is, because just tweeting about the ecosystem gets you points, and the points get you into the pre-sales. And again, if you get in a pre-sale and you just put in one virtual, $1.50, you can't lose, because they launch at that 200K market cap. You're going to 5, 10, 20x your one virtual. And that's how you start. You start there, and then you just roll it forward. Now, if you have more virtual to start with, great. Keep tweeting, get a ton of points, and go much harder on these launches. Imagine if we were able to put 100 virtual in here and we 20x'd it. Turn it into what? 2,000? I'm probably mathing wrong, but you see what I'm like. That's the way this goes, and it's very easy, and there's very little downside now, all because it opens, or the pre-sales, at such a low market cap. Tiny. So I recommend getting in sooner rather than later, but here's the big catalyst panic. It's that Solana virtuals launches are coming very soon, and the swarms are about to go live too. And all that's going to do is bring so much attention to this ecosystem, so much attention. So look, you can play the virtual token even. You buy virtual and stake virtual, you earn points. You buy some of these agent tokens and you stake them, very certain ones, specific ones, but you earn points. Like our agent is one of those. You buy Swarm, you stake Swarm, you earn points. And again, tweeting gets you points, and I've had my most points come from just tweeting. That's the loop. All right, we'll keep checking back on this one. I do want to get to the other good stuff for our friends who are not touching virtuals, maybe a little less interested, but looking great, man. Looking great over there. Roth, good morning, brother. Get your pizzas today, boys. You know what? I guess last point on virtuals, but again, this is a sneak peek right here at the Swarm. This is one of the co-founders. This is Everything Empty is on the virtuals team. Shared the screenshot that came from Axelrod. This is a little sneak peek behind the scenes of what the swarms are going to look like in action. Here's Axelrod. Here's Gigabrain. Here is our agent. He's doing something called Wallet IQ. I think that's what we're calling it. I might have the name wrong, but we've got this proprietary way of scoring wallets based on their performance, how well they hold, all kinds of things like that, right? Similar to people copy trade and use bots for that too, right? You identify great wallets. This uses our algorithm to find wallets that are great based on profits, hold time, all that stuff, right? There's a nice formula to that. And that's part of what he's contributing to this swarm. But you're going to see this, guys, and you're going to see big attention come to virtuals from outside of the virtuals ecosystem. People who are just curious about AI are about to see AI working as swarms and making money. The swarm's going to be making money. Okay, let's get to some good crypto news, some great crypto news, actually. Guys, Kraken is about to list dog. Yeah, for real. Kraken is about to give us our very first, our first ever tier 1 exchange listing for a rune. It's coming. Official. This is not speculation. This is not maybe. This is official. Kraken on their list of upcoming tokens. Dog. Bitcoin. It's happening. And I'll tell you what, I saw a tweet that made me even more bullish about this, which was question asked to the Kraken team. Hey, is this the wrapped soul version, or is this like the Bitcoin native version of Dog, right? Dog, if you didn't know, you can trade it on Solana. It's wrapped. No, this is the Bitcoin native Dog. And what that means is they've built the infrastructure now for runes. They got it, which means they could onboard more runes, which means all your runes, you better be holding those right now. You better not be dumping right now. I think that would be a big mistake to be selling this early. Big mistake. And this sent Dog up to, guys, I think I'm not going to be shocked to see it at 500 mil this morning. I was shocked yesterday when I saw it at 400. I had no idea Dog was back up that high. And if we see it at 500 right now, not going to be surprised. But is Dog back on its path to $1 billion? It might be. And then what does that do for the rest of the runes ecosystem if it gets there? 451 mil. I love seeing it that high. I just wasn't expecting it. But if Dog gets on Kraken and it happens to get back to $1 billion, or, I mean, you know what? I could say back to $1 billion. It got to just on the cusp of it, 900 something mil. If this gets to $1 billion, look out. The entire runes ecosystem might cook here, because now there's going to be speculation on all of them, that they could get a listing. And so what do people do? Find the good memes that are at a low market cap, that have that upside, that are not far off their all-time lows too. You know what I think of Gizmo? Yeah, music, you know where I was going with that. And I actually think Cypher Genesis is an amazing play, being that it's an AI play as well. 1.8 mil market cap. I think that one is super spicy. But I believe Gizmo is one of the best memes on Bitcoin. I know a lot of other people think it's Billy and it's Magic Internet Money, and Magic Internet Money for sure. And Pops, Course, all those. But now speculation comes that any of them can get a T1 exchange listing. Here's the problem, though. It's not a problem. It's a good thing. But Magic Internet Money's at 60 mil. Billy's at 21 mil. Pups is at 33 mil. Gizmo's at 5.5. That's what people are going to be looking for right now, is what's got upside, less downside, and what's a good meme. Gizmo checks every single box here. Very confident Gizmo's going to cook. Full disclosure, I got a big old bag of it I bought in the, 100, 200K market cap range. Tiny. But I saw the good meme back then, and it remains a very, very good meme. Like, great one. What are we at now, dude? 5.2. 5.2 mil market cap. Look at this, guys. Is it heading to 10? This might be heading to 10 mil. Again, expect a lot of profit taken. At 5 mil, these guys are up 25x. 25x. Pre-sale buyers are up 25x. They're going to take profits. Some of these guys put in a lot of money. You know what? Can we see? I think we can see allocations, like who got what. I feel like that's somewhere here. Maybe it's not. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we can get some details. We should be able to. Just assume some of these guys put in $300-400, and now they're 25xing that. Keep that in mind. Let's say somebody put in, just for the sake of having an example, $400. Somebody put in $400. They're up $10,000 right now. Attaboy, Biggie. You did that? Did you get in, Biggie? I hope that's your story, dude. Fucking awesome. Why not play this stuff, right? What is the downside? What is the risk on this stuff? To take one virtual and turn it to, 20. And we're talking taking $1.50, turning it to like $30. Look, I often am the guy who that makes a difference, right? Like, I live off this stuff. And so if I can make enough money that pays for my kid's field trip or gets us dinner one night, and, other days are great and you make a couple hundred, and it's like that takes care of the power bill this month, right? Like that you got to play this stuff. You got to play this stuff if they're just giving you free plays, and that's what they are. Sorry, I know that can sound scammy, but if they want to just give people free money because the system's designed to do that, and it is to a degree that's sustainable. Look, and let's be clear, when the meta's cooked, when nobody cares about the agents anymore, game over. At that point, just turn it into a token launch pad, and any hot launch that happens here, again, early people in the pre-sale still win. It's a really great system. Biggie, good for you, man. Again, it's fucking awesome. One virtual to 23 is awesome. That's so cool. That's cool. Most diamond hand bonus today, 2,000 virgin points. So Biggie, we played it the exact same way. I'm with you. Got the most points today. I think about 2,000 points in it. One virtual, dude. Awesome. And I know it's little money. I know some people might laugh at it. Not me. It's how I played it. Now I've got more virtual in theory to work with. Now I got more to work with for the next drop. And the next drop is going to do the same thing, because we're on top of this stuff, guys, and we're picking out the agents that are going to do well. Again, that bookie agent is going to do pretty well. That's going to get to a few mil market cap. And the Nancy one later today probably is going to 1 or 2 mil too. That was a virtuals hackathon winner too. That one's going to be a 5 or 10x. It is. And that's one you're probably going to be able to stake, right? So you can't sell that one and realize your profits without taking a hit. And that hit means you don't earn points over this 10-day stretch. Or to be more clear with that, you earn points, but you earn not many on the first day. And as you get deeper into your timeout, you accrue some more points, but you're nerfed throughout the 10 days. That's the point there. But why not play this stuff? It's free. I'll be careful too. It's not free. It's costing you very little. It costs you whatever you want to put in. The point there is the risk is so low. We're at almost 6 mil market cap. Almost 6 mil. This is wild. And so we've turned our 40 virtual into 132 virtual now. Damn, I hope my guys were listening. And I get why people don't always. It doesn't matter, but this was an easy play. And here's the beautiful part, guys. Here's what I know, and I will definitely move on from here. I know that a lot of my friends, maybe a majority of them, still are not touching this. They're not. And there's going to be a point where they just can't avoid it anymore because they keep hearing over and over and over how easy it is, and they keep seeing the wins. At some point, they're all coming over. I suspect it's when the Solana integration happens. That's what I think, is when we start seeing the Solana agents launching, just easier. There's just like a mental hurdle right now. When that happens, this really does something. And I think maybe the virtual token itself is the play at that point. Wild stuff, man. Wild. Okay, Rune's looking interesting. We'll take a peek at. You know what? We didn't even look at fucking crypto yet. Come on, let's peek at crypto. Bitcoin, yes, hit 111,000 this morning. And we're back there now. We're back there now. What's up, Mike Bennett? Bitcoin at 111K. Is this a new all-time high? No, we got to 11.5. Okay, we're about to hit all-time high. Another. Guys, can you believe Bitcoin is 111,000? And we're on our way to 120,000. We're on our way there. We are probably going to hit that really soon. Love that it happens on national, on Bitcoin Pizza Day. Love it. 111,000 per Bitcoin. Amazing. ETH at 2,600. Ripple 242. Solana 178. Just green. A lot of green today. Incredible things. ETF 607 mil in inflows yesterday. On the ETH side, 600,000 in inflows. We'll take it. Texas officially passes its strategic Bitcoin reserve bill. Oh, the House. I don't know where this originated from, by the way, if it originated in the House or the Senate. So this may have another side to go. If it already passed the Senate, now the House, then Texas on the board. Like New Hampshire, like Arizona. Incredible. Trump coin pumping on budget bill passing. Love it. Love it. Dude, we had another win for the Genius Act yesterday. Another vote that pushes it further along. Basically pushes it, I believe, to the point where it can be voted on. Passed. So we need the final Senate vote. Then it goes to the House for a vote. When that happens, guys, there it is. Stablecoin legislation. And I think that's part of what's fueling this right now. I do. I think that's part of what's fueling this market, this run, this couple days right here. I think a lot of it has to do with the Genius Act. Runes is awesome because it's what... yes, there we go. Suddenly these get liquid. These illiquid assets suddenly get very liquid. George, yeah, dude, spot on. And it does matter. And then it's going to come down to the story, the narrative of each coin. And I think some of those Bitcoin memes got a good story. And I'll tell you, that story gets better and better and better the higher Bitcoin price goes. It's just that much cooler. It is. It's that simple. It's that much cooler because it's on Bitcoin. I think some people dig. I know a lot of people think I'm wrong about a lot of this stuff. I know this. I know I'm not. I know. Bitcoin is going to become the ultimate flex. And the collectibles and the fungible tokens over there, it's the same story. And it won't be with people who are hardcore in this space. It's going to be with normies. Bitcoin is the most normie, mass adopted meme coin ever. And so now all these other meme coins on Bitcoin are going to get some of that attention too. It's that simple. NFTs looking good. Good vibes back up to almost 0.7. I still think crazy opportunity there. CryptoPunks 46 ETH. Pudgy's under 10 is weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Doodles 1.1. Yeah, I mean, are we watching this part of the cycle where crypto's up, NFTs down, or NFTs just kind of flat? Seems like it. But I do think there's so much money here and so many people here now that I think all these ecosystems can really thrive at the same time. So we'll see. Eric Adams, mayor of New York. Launching a crypto advisory council at the New York Crypto Summit. Amazing. What's up, dude? Yeah, Ordinal's very dead right now. I love it. They're dead till they're not dead, right? And you've seen how quickly it can pick back up. Crypto Twitter does not like Ordinals, and they don't have to. Crypto Twitter doesn't like them. The Bitcoin guys still like them. The smaller group of us here that like them will always like them. And there's a point where we all rally and start tweeting about them. And then a few of the guys who don't like them, few of them start waking up and paying attention and realizing the upside that's there. And then a few more and a few more and a few more. At some point, they capitulate. Yeah, their time's coming this fall, the spring. And I still don't think that's the peak of ordinals. I think it's a whole cycle away. In fact, keep an eye out. I think there's an article. I might have told you guys this yesterday. There's an article coming out on Cointelegraph that I think has got some quotes for me in it about when I think this market is really going to peak and about ordinals. I'll share that when it's live, but yeah. Exactly. NFT market yesterday. God, there's so much going on here. 15 million cross-chain sales yesterday. Sellers are down, buyers are up, transactions are up, average sale price way down. And then trade profits, I would say heading the right direction, but today back $1 million in the negative. It's the friction thing. It's the people missed out thing. It's people just like, most people, you're so right, man. Most people are only going to get it when it's, when it's obvious. It's funny. I do this often. I just think that people here in NFTs and crypto just get stuff different. Smarter group, super savvy. They just get it. And I'm reminded often, I'm like, there's just a lot of people here who are very like normie. No, and I don't mean that in a shitty way. But there's a lot of people here who just are here. They just made it. And they're not full-timers, or even full-timers. They just there's still something they don't quite understand. Yeah. That's right, George. Because that's what you're so right, because they see that and then they get in because they think they can recreate it. And here and there it does happen. When the biggest gains are there, that was the best time. You missed the special part, but you still go and you chase it. And again, some people will recreate it. I like that. I like that, Moonship. Let's see. We've got a collection on Polygon called DNS. Courtyard's on top. DNS, D-Market, Guardian Heroes, Punks. Like pretty meh over in NFTs. Mega Rabbit. We also had those Monsters cubes, right? Dick Butts are cooking. Top sales, CryptoPunk 2542 for 59 ETH. Good stuff. I still believe we're like a whole cycle away from NFTs really cooking, like serious cook. Dude, 6.6 mil. This is running to 10. At 10, I expect some serious profit taking. But look at that, man. So I think we've turned like $50 into, 300. Well, roughly. And I think we probably double from here. We probably turn it into more like 600. Guys, best part, there is no penalty for selling, which is why people will take profits. There's no penalty for selling. So you sell, you're not on timeout, no cooldown, no nothing. You sell, you make your money, but maybe you stay and you play this meme coin because maybe this meme coin becomes the meme coin of virtuals. That's the bet. And I think that's very possible. You're definitely going to see guys taking profits here. You got guys who are up now 35x. 35x. Almost, hang on. Yeah, almost 35x right now. Of course they're going to take profits. Right further on, I'll take it, man. I am, I'm hurting. I will be selling at some point for sure. Yeah, I definitely am going to be selling, but I don't think here. I don't think for me it makes sense to sell here. Because, I mean, truth is, I can ride this all the way back down to, what I get in it? 2 mil, 2.3, 2.3. I can go all the way back there and be even, and I don't think this goes under that. I just don't see it. Hey, nice job, Cats. Well, that's exactly what I did. That's all I used. I went all in on my points, one virtual worth. So there we go. I bought more, Cats. I bought more at 2.3. So I bought like 30 virtual worth at 2.3 mil. I think this might head to 10. I think this might head higher. No penalty for selling. But I want to farm this and I want to get points. So I want to keep tweeting. If it's a whole other game. If I want to just keep my portfolio, keep my bag, and just tweet updates about it, great. Grind points. Grind those yaps. Grind those points over on Cato. It's pretty awesome. Here, let me find the CA for some buddies. Yeah, Cass, what was the change with the diamond hand bonus? Because I did get the most points I've gotten yet. And these points came in after I pledged. I wish these came in a little earlier. Oh, actually, I think that's a glitch on the site. I don't think those points are actually there. It showed me 13. Oh, no, I guess it did. Okay, site's just being funny. But I got these points right after that closed. All right, let me pull up. I got a couple more stories here. You guys saw what happened on Cetus. Biggest LP over on Sui got hacked. Brutal. Big hack. Big fucking hack. So a lot of FUD over there. CZ from Binance is stepping in, trying to help however he can. And I don't know how I don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, 11 mil was drained from the Sui USDC pool. And the tokens, just everything over there got obliterated. Everything down 70, 80, 90%. And people found that to be a pretty good opportunity to buy in, actually. So not bad if you were able to play. Okay. We're gonna wrap here in a second. But David Czar, stablecoin legislation set to pass the Senate. Bitcoin hit that new all-time high. Dude, so much higher. Really, guys, really, you know this. So much higher for so much longer. It is. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pull up that tech dev chart. This is me not being a TA guy. But I want to show you something. I got to show you because I told you, and I say it a lot. I'm that guy. For better or worse, I'm that guy. The guy who says it's different this time. I do that a lot. And I believe it. Good. Okay. Good shit. Yes, Mike. That's why I like that babysitter agent a lot. Yep. Guys, different, right? Okay, so we're watching Bitcoin hit all-time high, following M2 perfectly. We still have many weeks ahead of us where M2 is still up. We're lagging behind, right? We've got weeks ahead of us of Bitcoin price still going up. But we've been looking at Tech Dev and his chart that shows the business cycle, the liquidity cycle, which is different from M2. M2 is money supply. Liquidity cycle is how much money is out there in different markets to be spent, right? It's a matter of where's that money like living. He's shown this chart for a long while now that shows liquidity cycle. Again, not M2, but liquidity cycle next to Bitcoin price. This is us now at the bottom still of a liquidity cycle. And the peak of these liquidity cycles matches up with Bitcoin all-time high. And you can see these runs, these stretches here are like a year, right? These are like 6 months to 1 year downtrends, the uptrends about the same amount of time. We're in this really long low of this liquidity cycle and about to swing up. I assume I'm telling, like I said, I'm not a TA guy. I'm just taking this at face value and I've followed him for a while. But assuming this starts swinging up and into the green, and then we find a peak of not the M2, but liquidity cycle. And that's when we find Bitcoin all-time high. Meaning, look, if we hit 120, 150K in the next couple months, that might not be the end. It might not be. This is now what I'm watching. Because if this is accurate, and from everything I've dug into, it does make sense, then this is a little different. We got more room to run. Now, what I want to do, really need to do this. I need to go find M2 and overlay it on this too and see how that matches up. That would be actually pretty awesome. That would be really fucking awesome. Dude, wild. Fucking wild stuff. FX Hashes tokens live. If you got a claim, go claim it. I claimed mine yesterday. I don't think there's liquidity set up for it yet, so I don't think you can trade it. But it is live. I think I claimed like 53,000 tokens or so. Good Vibes Club getting ready to cook, boys. Don't know what they're cooking, but they're getting ready and they're teasing it, man. They got something coming, and I'm in it. You know I'm in it. You know. I cannot wait. Down to 5. What is it? Virgin down to 5.7 mil. Dude, incredible things. Ender Sword, is that right? Ember Sword. I remember seeing this game around. Ember Sword's over. Game over. Game fucking over. Goodbye. NFT Box is doing something with Good Vibes, by the way. I don't know what. But Pranksy probably going to give away some GVCs in his NFT boxes. So heads up about that. More, some eyeballs coming. Oh boy, and there we go, dude. That's it. Iraq GVC is absolutely cooking, absolutely fucking cooking, and there is no news announced yet, and there will be. We know it's coming. They keep teasing it. That's right. Yeah. That Solano Seeker Mobile, whatever, with the token. There you go. Dude, you guys are going to cook if you got one of those devices, a few of them, you're going to cook. You're going to fucking cook. But yes, I think right now is a phenomenal time to be in GVC. Everything I've, put out there, I believe, I think we're going to see GVC at 1 or 2 ETH floor. And I think we're going to see that this summer. And I think we'll see the rares going for 5+ ETH. Yeah, 5 to 10 ETH. Grailish ones going 15, 20, and then the ones and like the, just the cream of the crop ones, 30, 40. It's going to get very spicy. Ooh, Nancy. Okay, cool shit. Cool shit. Thank you for the heads up there. We want to peek at Nancy. This will be interesting. I wonder if some people are going to dump their Virgin to go get in that one, maybe. But I think Virgin's just such an interesting play. Definitely, again, pullback still happening. It will. A lot of profits there, especially if people feel volume drying up there. People take some profits. But yeah, Nancy already 31% oversubscribed. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes in. This one will get to 100% within the hour. Definitely. Again, you got guys who made some virtual there. They're committing points here. But these agents are going to come so fast and furious that people are not going to have enough points for it. And that's why hoard your points and make sure you go, do these all-in plays. Iraq, no way. No, I don't think I knew. Which was it? What's up, Steven? GMs, man. That's it. Stack those points, man. The bigger you can go on, just picture if you could have gone really, really fucking hard into, Virgin and get that, 35x. So you put in, couple hundred virtual into it and you 35x that, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars potentially here. Remember Axelrod got to like a 22 mil market cap. That is the potential here. And while everybody else is sleeping on it, and you know most of them are, this is our opportunity to do some damage out there. Ooh, dude, I love him. Yeah, Bookie's great. I like Bookie. Look at this guy. E-Rock, I fucking love him. And I'm jealous of your cream suit. You know what I mean? Like, man, you got a nice squad. You got a nice squad, dude. GG's on that. Love him. I'm gonna go peek. I want to peek. I want to see my offers again. I keep putting this guy out there. I'm dangling him because guys, honestly, I want to sell one. I do, and buy more virtual and stake it or something. I do. I've had him listed a couple times. Dude, E-Rock, I love that guy. Keep getting offers for this guy, like 1.25. He's great. He's just fucking awesome. But this guy's getting 3.25. Yeah, 3.26. I think he's one of the best in the collection. I you know, it's tempting, but I'd rather get 4. I'd rather get 5+ for this guy because I know we'll get that. I know he will. If the market doesn't just die off, he'll get me between 5 and 10. But it's, you know, now is the game. It's opportunity cost time. Do I wait and get 5 to 10 for him in a few months? Do I take 3.5, and put that to work in the virtuals ecosystem? Cats, it might be the play if you believe that them open up the floodgates on Solana is a quick way to, you know, maybe a 2x on that token, but it's more that it's so much easier to unstake, right? That I can do it for just that week or two at a time. It gives me, I think it lets me be a little more flexible. And virtual stakers get a lot of points. 20% of all points to virtual stakers. There's something there I'm still feeling out. Even though agents get, you know, the bulk of the points, maybe I'm more tempted to go all in on my agent, you know, on the swarm. Oh, Steven, you're new. Okay, cool. Are you new to crypto in general or to the virtual stuff? And if you're asking if they're going to be on those centralized exchanges, slowly they are. And I know at some point, Steven, they all will be. So, for example, over in the virtuals ecosystem, and let's go look at, you know, the list of these agents. So we're not going to look at Genesis. We're going to look at the agents that are already out there, right? I think here. So we're going a little more old school here, right? Looking at some of the oldest agents. Hang on, I think it's, here we go. So we're looking at the oldest agents. Say like the OGs. I hope I'm in the right spot. But an agent like, cool. Oh, dude, well, I'm glad you found us here. Stick around. We do this 7 days a week and very much here to help, you know? The original agents, the big agents, are on centralized exchanges, right? Like AIXBT is on Binance, and I think he might be on Coinbase. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'll tell you this: most of them are not, but slowly they're starting to get listed because they are big enough. They're good enough. Fartcoin, right, is getting on these platforms. Goat listed on Binance and maybe Coinbase too. Guys, where the heck are all the other agents? Well, I'm looking for the big ones like Luna and I feel like that's under sentient agents, but I'm not. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Kraken would be great. They've listed some. I'm pretty sure like AIXBT, this guy here, I'm pretty sure is on Kraken, right? Basically, you look at these top ones and they have those T1 listings. This is relatively new, though, only in the past couple months. I'm sorry. AIXBT, yes. Cerebral might have. Vader got listed on, I believe, got in Binance Alpha, I think. But I'll say this, a majority of them no, which means there's a ton of upside on these still because I think most of us believe that is going to happen. Especially, remember, Coinbase wants to move more to a platform where everything is listed by default and that the bad ones are then removed when they're flagged, right? Because it's too hard to keep up with all the new tokens. So Coinbase, I think, is going to have everything listed, and then they'll remove the scammy stuff after. But again, this is why I think there's some interesting upside here is because of that. Now, virtuals, the virtual token, the token you use to swap for these agents, virtuals is on the T1 exchanges. Like, right, I'm pretty darn sure it's on Binance, and I'm pretty darn sure it's on Coinbase, and I'm pretty sure Kraken, all that stuff. Again, might be wrong, but if it's not there now, I would make an all-in bet that it's going to be. This stuff's just going to grow. So, yeah, Steven, again, I'm glad you found this because I think this is such a unique opportunity. Like, a few times in a cycle, you find things that are it's a different kind of play. Again, low risk, great upside. There's just a lot here. This is the perfect time to be looking at the virtual stuff. And by the way, hit me on X with any questions, right? Like, DM's always open. So maybe we'll wrap there, but I'll just put that up on the screen for you, man. There you go. You can find me on X. It's Hudah_idiot. Questions about the virtual stuff, let me know. And I do an afternoon show that is AI focused, right? It's called the Swarm Report, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be doing that today. Well, god damn. Let's check it out. Is it a new teaser? Oh, that is new. That is new. Hang on. Guys, I'm really excited. I got something coming soon. I have a show announcement / update here for maybe a week or two out, and it's a big one. It's a big one, and it moves the needle. It's really fucking cool. It's going to bring eyeballs to the show. So just a heads up about that. Now, what that means, though, I'll just say this. This show probably, like almost definitely this show is, I don't want to say going bye-bye, but the Swarm Report is almost definitely coming into the morning. So just a heads up. I do still want to talk crypto and NFTs during the show, but it'll be a much shorter conversation. And then the days where there's big stories and news and developments, I'll just go live later in the day, just like kind of to do off-the-cuff stuff. But I think Swarm Report's going to be a morning show, 30 minutes to an hour at 9 a.m. Eastern time instead. So a heads up about that, like a week or two off, but a cool announcement coming with it. All right, let's check this out. Hang on. Do we have, does this have audio? Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. Why do I not, I think I'm muted? Yeah. Okay. That's pretty badass. Whatever they're doing is going to be awesome. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know, but whatever it is going to be, man, GVC are going to absolutely cook. Multiple ETH floor. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, guys, subscribe. Crypto Slam over on YouTube. Catch both of the shows for now. There will always be more than one show. You know what I mean? There will always be more content, more talking. But again, changes are coming. So, of course, subscribe over here. Follow SlamAI_XYZ. More importantly, follow our AI agent, the Swarm_AI. GVC is so great. So fucking great. Yes, follow the Swarm. Again, for virtuals, I think the Swarm is still a really spicy opportunity. 700K market cap or so in the virtual Swarm in the ACP that's coming very soon. Like very soon. And you stake them and you earn points. I think that guy is like really, I think our Swarm agent's in a really good sweet spot. Low market cap, so there's upside. Stake it and earn points. I think he's special. And look, again, we're in the Swarm. I know things, but this is, I'm saying that because I'm making it clear. I don't know this next part I'm about to say. My guess is to get the virtuals ACP Swarm tokens. My guess is that you're going to stake the agent tokens. So like the agents that are in the Swarms, you stake them, get the Swarm's token. That's what I think is going to happen. Each Swarm will have its own token. That's what I think. I don't know, but it's my guess. So again, I think there's upside on all the Swarm or the ACP agents, but of course, home team, I'm rooting for our guy, and I think there's a lot of really cool stuff coming for our ecosystem, our agent, all that good stuff. All right, guys, follow us at Crypto Slam IO over on X. You have a great freaking day, and I'll see you in a few hours over on the Swarm Report, guys. I'll fucking see you.